What's up guys, Luke here, and today we are going to be doing a game review of Sid Meier's Railroads. So, those of you who don't know what this is basically a descent of Railroad Tycoon. Basically, you place a bunch of tracks, build some stations, and transport goods between towns. So, if we go and let's have a look through the various levels. This is a much more simplified version of Railroad Tycoon in a lot of ways. Everything about it is a lot easier and more basic to understand. So we are going to be let's use hard to choose which map. There are a huge selection of maps. But we're going to pick this one, or we're going to start them. Start in train table mode, so who cares about the difficulty, to be perfectly honest. Let's just go for it. So, here we have the loading screen. Just let the game load through. Okay, so here we go. It's just loaded at the start. Now this game is from 2006. Even today, I say the graphics are still quite pretty. They're a little bit dated, and I've definitely got some screen tearing issues, mostly due to the fact I'm recording. Let's have a look and see. So, this place is supplying passengers and mail. It's demanding all these things. And you can see where I can supply those to, and you can see what it processes. So, if I buy a double track, you can see this, and now it's building a station, just like that. Very straightforward. Well, not building a station, actually. No, that was a station. It's a very, very simple game. Oh, no, bad. And if for those people who found the original Railroad Tycoon to be too taxing, which I did because it is very complicated at times, then this is definitely worthwhile. As in that game, all rail tracks have to be linked together, which is fairly realistic. Let's just build that alongside. Or should I build it like that? It can be a little bit confusing trying to build things like these tracks, but building is very straightforward. Your interface is very user-friendly. Now you can see that this place, how much it supplies very, very quickly. Now if I can work out how to click on the station and not fail miserably at doing so. Let's see. You can actually take over the industries. Let's see, that's a track, oil well, and next. You can't upgrade the annexes. Okay, whatever. So, if we go into the train menu, you will see we have a wide variety of trains. Mostly American, of course. Not really surprising. Let's see. They do look a little dated now. Mostly in the textures, but they still look like locomotives, and they still look quite nice. And these little early things, which are really slow, are really cute as well. So, we want this, and then we want to send you from there. Wait until full. Close. Go to there. And clear at that station. So it runs back quicker. Okay, click OK, and that is how easy it is to schedule your train routes. As you can see, my train is now going to fill up. Now one of the things that's most notable about the differences between this and Railroad Tycoon are the scale of the locomotives. This is very much like a model train set, and to be fair, that's basically how it's orientated and marketed. Although the towns themselves aren't actually that much smaller than they are in Railroad Tycoon in terms of physical size, obviously the scale of the trains versus them is quite noticeable. I mean, compare size of that oil well to my train. See, the train looks very good in-game. If I click on the locomotive, you can get a good, healthy amount of information. So, would I recommend this game? Yes, I would. If you're looking for a fairly simple route planner, a Transport Tycoon style game, that probably won't be too expensive nowadays, then this is definitely worth getting. It's a lot simpler than Railroad Tycoon, but it's similar enough that you can use any of the lessons you learn from that game and basically build on them when if you want to learn the more advanced game. As you can see, you can upgrade your stations, and let's go and build another locomotive. Now, I do have some criticisms of the game, one of which is that the selection of locomotives at first is reasonable. But it's not a patch on Railroad Tycoon, and there's sort of no reason to use anything other than this locomotive at this point. I do think that there should be some more locomotives. I do think that they should perhaps have a bit more variety, and I would like to see something that isn't just US centric, but the original Railroad Tycoon was heavily US centered as well. So, there we go, we have a speed record of 54 miles an hour. So what would I rate this game? I would probably give it an 8. Let's ignore sort of the dated aspects of it, like slightly dated textures and whatever, and the screen tearing that happens as I'm recording. The reason I would give it 8 and not higher is basically because there are not enough trains for my liking, and the scale is perhaps an acquired taste. I don't personally have an issue with it, but it is a mark against it. It would be nice if there was a bit more flexibility in how you could build tracks, so you didn't have to immediately network everything. That would be quite useful. But I definitely would recommend getting this game. If you could get it for a $5 or so, it's easily worth that. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and listen to the country western music as I say goodbye.